Churchill is just positioned in quite a unique way. You got the Hudson Bay, you got the Churchill River, and then with that you got marine life like the beluga whales and the magnificent polar bears. So we're very fortunate. We all want opportunities to coexist with the wildlife that surrounds us. This is home, and as an Indigenous people, we're very respectful for the environment, for the animals that surround us, but also respectful for one another. We got a port community, we got tourism, finding the balance is the way forward.
Churchill's waters, stretching into western Hudson Bay, have been identified as a candidate for a National Marine Conservation Area. This designation would provide legal protection and collaborative management of critical marine habitat and wildlife. The next step in the NMCA creation process is a feasibility assessment. Right now, Parks Canada is partnering with Indigenous leaders, the town of Churchill, and other stakeholders in Manitoba to outline terms for this assessment.
What are the benefits to all of this? And what type of jobs will we have? There has to be a win. The win for the beluga whales and the bears and marine environment, and win for the community as well.
My name is Brendan McEwen and I'm a born and raised local Churchillian. It's a place that I've always known and it's provided me a lot of good opportunities, so I feel like I owe back to the environment. We're gonna head over and check on our cabin that we use for net fishing in the summertime, and we're gonna make sure that it hasn't been disturbed by polar bears. Every time you encounter a polar bear, it's always gonna be a different situation. Just their size, their strength is just something to be mesmerized by. They're opportunistic, but they're also living in some harsh conditions and a changing environment. So my dad, he's had it for about 40 years now. It's getting beat up from the coastline here, so we decided to build another one just a little bit further back. I remember coming here as a kid, and every once in a while they get in, and you got to come over and clean up and fix it up. We've been getting better over the years at boarding up the cabin so that the polar bears don't get in. You have to be vigilant and keep an eye out. Generally, polar bears are pushers rather than pullers like other types of bears. So as long as you've got it covered and thick enough wood that a polar bear cannot push through it, then you're usually covered. But I've had some pretty unique polar bear encounters. One being where I have actually witnessed a polar bear that was out on a rock out in the Hudson Bay, and it was waiting for the whales to come by, and it seen the shadows of the whales, and it actually dove in. The whale took off as fast as it could, and unsuccessful, but the bear got back up and kept trying and trying and trying. Hudson Bay is critical to wildlife here, especially the beluga whales, the polar bears, because it gives the polar bears a platform to head out on in the wintertime and hunt. It also provides a lot of different foods for the beluga whales, seals, and all the marine mammals to be here. We currently have a very healthy ecosystem in Churchill, and it's key time to start talking about how do we protect that. A marine protected area would help us protect the beauty of this area, but it does also need to come with some economic outlook to it. What's working for us is just forward thinking for economic growth, but also thinking back of what we love about this place. And we have visitors come from around the world and we want to see that continue. So how do those go hand in hand?
I think for some people, seeing a whale, seeing a beluga up close is a dream come true. And so those emotions naturally come out, people crying, people laughing, people getting scared. It's a very emotional and exciting experience to be out here. I first came to the Churchill region when I was 14 years old on a train trip with my family. And after that, and falling in love with the place, I decided to start my own ecotourism company here. So I would take up to 5 guests at a time onto the Churchill River to see the belugas and experience the environment in a really special way. Oceans North has been working in the Churchill region for 13 years now. We've done boat-based surveys, we've done satellite telemetry work. All of these give us more of a glimpse of this really healthy, thriving beluga population that we want to last for generations. The Western Hudson Bay beluga population is the largest submarine population of belugas in the world. And for generations, it's been part of a really important subsistence harvest for Inuit all along the coast. So marine conservation in this region is important for the belugas themselves, but also important for the people that rely on those animals for both food and cultural reasons. I think we need marine protection that works for everyone and something that's going to last long into the future.
Churchillians have been blessed with being surrounded with natural wildlife and the beauty of the land. We got good clean air, we got good water. We want to make sure that we continue to do our part in making sure that the area that surrounds us is taken care of in every aspect of it. Canada is saying we need national marine parks for protection of areas, and we understand that. Whether it's tourism, whether it's coexistence of bears and belugas, it's how you manage to build a stronger, healthier community with wildlife and the beauty of the land. It all comes together. So, we're only here for a short time. We've got to do our part, and we're prepared to sit down and talk about it.